Homer Sooner, everybody. Think you guys know me. I'm Harry James. One game I usually go to in the regular season outside of Texas for a normal vacation trip. That's this week, as I will be heading to Ole Miss. I will be spending a couple days in Memphis before heading down to Ole Miss on Saturday. That is because Oklahoma and Ole Miss will play Saturday. They do have some history, in fact. These two teams played back in 1999, the Independence Bowl. Bob's first year did Oklahoma and Ole Miss. Question Sooner Stumper this week. I need to know the MVPs of that bowl game. Here's your hint, guys. Hint's kind of in the question. MVPs. There was, and still is, more than one MVP in the 1999 Independence Bowl between Oklahoma and Ole Miss. Who are those two players? Go over that, plus series history, and so much more. All right here, right now. 1982 Boomer Sooner. Let's get it going. Boomer Sooner, everybody. You guys know me, I'm Harry James. This Week 9 preview between the Oklahoma Sooners and the Ole Miss Rebels is going to be fun. We do have some history to get into, which brings us first to the Sooner Stumper. Was the 1990 who was the MVP or MVPs of the 1999 Independence Bowl? The MVPs, more than one for Oklahoma, number 14, Josh Heupel. And for Ole Miss, number 38, Tim Strickland. Those were your two MVPs. All right, as I said, I will be in attendance this time around in Ole Miss. And not that I need to prove it to anything to you guys or anything like that. Here it is. Right there. Where am I at? There. That's going to be me. That is Section A, row 59, seat 32. I will be there for the Oklahoma Sooners and the Ole Miss Rebels. Now that that's out of the way, tell you where my seat's going to be and all that, let's get into the core of the show. Series history between Oklahoma and Ole Miss. One game. Oklahoma's 0-1 in the game with a 0% winning clip. Ole Miss does have the single win, 27-25 in the 1999 Independence Bowl. Oklahoma does not qualify for a win in this series, well, only 0-1 in the overall set. Pre-game festivities and fun. Norman home games, by the way. WWLS, the sports animal, they're out at O'Connell's on Campus Corner. The Ref is out of Balfour, just across the street from O'Connell's. You can't miss them if you're looking for the O'Connell's and the sports animal. Then it comes the franchise. Now, they're usually out at about just north of the football stadium, right there by McCaslin. You can't miss them. That's where they are. That is also where the party at the Palace is. And Chris Plank and company take over from there, that same spot, maybe about 3 hours before game kick. Speaking of game kick, this time around, the game will be played Saturday, October 26th, 11 a.m. ESPN will have the broadcast. If you don't want to listen to the game on ESPN, you don't have to. You can listen to it on the radio with current radio announcer Toby Rowland. He's the play-by-play guy for the Sooners, and is also the baseball and basketball voice for the Sooners. Also, when he's not doing that, he's a ref radio host 6 through 9 Monday through Friday. 6 to 9 Monday through Friday. Former Sooner Teddy Lehman, former Buckets winner Teddy Lehman, does the color analyzing for the Sooners. KREF is a ref host from 3 to 6 Monday through Friday, and is one half of the Oklahoma Breakdown. The other half, Gabe Ikard. Gabe is also the host of Big 12 Today from 3 to 5, Sirius XM 375. That's Big 12 Today. And then there's Chris Plank, the regular radio sideline reporter, KRF member from 9 to 11 Monday through Friday, and is the weekend host on Fox Sports Radio from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Sunday nights. So now that all that's out of the way, now let's talk about the Oklahoma Sooners. Their head coach, Brent Venables, 1992 grad from Kansas State University, third overall year at Oklahoma. In 3 years, the coach is Coach Brent Venables. 20-13 overall. That's about a 62.5% winning clip, and in 22 games has an 11-11 overall record, 500 overall record, 0-2 in bowl games. But the history of Oklahoma Sooner football is bright, including 8 divisional championships since 2000. That's 2000, 2002, 2003, 2004, 6, 7, 8, and 10. And 4 more championships games that Oklahoma had qualified for once they brought back the championship. 17 in 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. Altogether, that gives Oklahoma 12 and add one lucky 13 conference titles. All of them starting in 2000, with 2000, 02, 04, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now, the 2012 one is the one with the little asterisk on it. They did tie with Kansas State in these overall standings. Kansas State went as the Big 12 representative, but both teams won the league with 1 loss. Kansas State, though, won the head-to-head bowl game. For 2023, Oklahoma went 10-3, 7-2 in conference play. Tied with Oklahoma State for second place with a 7-2 overall record. Oklahoma State won the overall series last year and won the outright position to play for the Big 12 championship, putting Oklahoma in the Alamo Bowl, where they lost 38-24 to Arizona. Arizona last year finished 3rd in the Pac-12 conference. For 2024, Oklahoma is 4-3, 1-3 in conference play this year in the SEC. Wins coming against Temple, 51-3, Houston 16-12, and Tulane 34-19. Oklahoma then lost to Tennessee 25-15. They got back on the right track against Auburn with a huge win there, 27-21, because of Sooner Magic, which still exists. They then lost to Texas in Dallas 34-9, and then they lost to South Carolina 35-9. That game was in Norman, Oklahoma. Offensively, Oklahoma averages 22.1 points per ball game overall and averages about 228.1 yards per ball game. Defensively, they surrender 21.3 points per ball game and average surrendering 325.9 yards per ball game this year for the Sooners of Oklahoma. Our generous hosts this late week in my one big road trip this year. Ole Miss, more specifically Ole Miss with their head coach, Lane Kiffin. The Lane Train is a 1996 grad from Fresno State. And coaching history, has a 5-15 overall record in the NFL with Oakland Raiders. Then in 2009, started D1 football with Tennessee. 2010 to 2013, he was at Tennessee. Yeah, 2010 to 2013, he was with USC. FAU from 2017 to 2019, and then Ole Miss from 2020 to present. The winning percentage in college football for Coach Lane, played in 100 games, won 100 games, lost 51, and 151 games set. That's a 66.2% winning clip. Conference play, 60 wins to 97 losses, a 93, 97, 37, 97 games overall in conference play, and 61.9% winning clip. And bowl appearances, 8 bowl games, 4-4, with 50% winning clip there. Championship history, 1 championship qualifier, division champion in 2010, but did not earn a conference title, only the division. For 2022, for 2023 apparently, South Carolina went 11-2, 6-2 in the SEC Western Division. Now, there are no West and East anymore. There's just one big SEC, and it's all one. But last year, when it was split, they finished second in the West Division, which earned them a right in a bowl game to the Peach Bowl, where they got the best of Penn State, 35-28 victory there in the Peach Bowl against Penn State. Ole Miss this year presently 5-2 and sits at a 1-2 overall record in the SEC. The wins include wins over Fordham 76-0, Middle Tennessee State 52-3, and at Wake Forest 40-6. They then won against Georgia Southern at home 52-13. They then lost that home game to Kentucky 20-17. They then got back on the right track though at South Carolina, I should say, 27-3. They then lost to LSU 2 weeks ago, 29-26. Offensive, defensive production. Offensively, Ole Miss averages 41.4 points per ball game, 560.7 yards per ball game, while playing defense is at surrendering 10.6 points per ball game and 289.4 yards per ball game for the Rebels of Ole Miss. All right, guys, as you guys know, and I'll remind you guys, I will be out there this weekend in Ole Miss. That's me. That's right there. That's where my seats are. Section A, row 57, row 32. So if you're an OU fan or you're a Ole Miss fan watching this and you want to come hang out, come on. That's going to be me right there. I'll be in that general area of the stadium. All right, guys. See you guys next week when I get back from my trip. Until then, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Remember, you can follow me on Facebook, Harry, the Hype Man Harry, where you can also find these videos. Harry James Taylor on Facebook or on Patreon, Harry James Taylor. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and Boomer Sooner, everybody. See y'all next week after my trip. Peace!